you notice how Twitter's gotten rude lately? Maybe it's because its team isn't doing enough checks or verifications, or maybe it's just freedom of speech. To change it, you can try arguing with every person you disagree, but you might end up turning into what you were fighting against. Killing a dragon makes us a dragon. So why not to change the playground instead and cut off the fuel for all that arguing? You'll ask, Vlad, is this a still tech channel? What dragons are you talking about? I'm talking about making X platform a little bit better and kinda using the coding skills we have. What can decrease common temperature and settle disputes better than this? Old pond, a frog jumps in, water's sound. I think the best way to bring some calm into Twitter's chaos is with haikus. Inspired by that calm vibe, I built a Twitter haiku bot. The idea is simple. The bot finds tweets on a given topic and replies with a haiku based on Twitter text. It's a fun way to add some poetry and peace to the noisy Twitter feed. In this video you'll see how to create a scalable multi-process application, how to use free API tools, what restrictions the Twitter API has, and the challenges I ran into while developing the bot. Our bot does three simple things: fetch a tweet, create a haiku, and reply with that haiku. We're using a few key services: Twitter API version 2 to fetch tweets and post replies. On the free plan you can only pull up to 100 posts per month with a limit of 10 to 100 posts every 15 minutes and just 17 posts per day. Debugging is pretty funny with these limits. For serious work, you'd need to spend about $200 a month for 50k post pools and posting 100 tweets per user per day. We'll start with free API plan for our bot.
Of course!
One of the cool parts of our setup is how we handle tweet content before it turns into a haiku. Tweets can be all over the place, fast, noisy, and not always easy to digest. That's why I use Pegasus-XSum. It quickly digs into a tweet and pulls out the key idea, giving us a neat summary to work with. I'd love to experiment more with different summarization models, though this one isn't perfect. Feel free to drop your suggestions in comments below. Now turning that summary into a proper haiku, that's where Mistral 7b Instruct comes in. This model is great at following clear instructions and crafting structured creative output. In other words, it takes our summarized tweet and spins it into a beautiful haiku that fits the calm poetic vibe we are aiming for. Let's take a look at how they work. We have this news tweet. Pegasus-XSum summarizes as the National Institute of Mathematical Sciences has announced the release of its DeepSeek R1 artificial intelligence model, and Mistral 7b Instruct generated this haiku. Deep Mathematics Bloom NIM releases model Deep Seek New Intelligence. I built this with Golang and Postgres, but you can totally implement in your favorite language. The simplest and fastest way would be to do everything in one script. Fetch a tweet, process each one by calling the AI to generate a haiku, post the reply, and then move on the next tweet. Sure, you can do it all in one file, but hold on, we're not stopping there. For a production-ready system, we split the work into two main services. Post service. This service fetches tweets from Twitter and saves them to the database. Haiku service. This one picks up unprocessed tweets from the database, generates a summary, creates a haiku, and replies to the tweet. But it goes even deeper than that. Not only these services run separately, each of their core tasks, fetching a summary, generating a haiku, and replying, are handled as independent processes. Additionally, I built the Twitter API provider under a platform abstraction using interface. This means that switching to or integrating with other social platforms like Telegram or Reddit will be much easier in the future. Due to Twitter's strict limits, I used a Twitter mock provider to manually test the functionality, and tests are reading easily with this approach. I did the same for the AI provider, ensuring that you can easily swap or integrate different AI models as needed. In short, this design not only makes the app more scalable, but also ensures that rate limits, bottlenecks and potential conflicts are handled gracefully. And for all fans of that all-in-one function approach, let's assume we want to add features like manual post creation via HTTP API. You can simply add an API layer with HTTP server and add a new method to the post service without any messy code refactoring. Sometimes a bit of extra structure upfront saves a lot of headaches down the road. After one day of coding, my bot was up and running. If you haven't seen my tutorial on quick and easy deployment for new apps, check out at the link here in YouTube card. I named the bot the Old Pond as a reference to Matsuo Bash's Haiku. And get this, I snatched the username the Old Pond on Twitter. I even added a cute frog with the pond to capture that deep Haiku vibe. Now at least a part of Twitter might be a bit kinder. Here is the Old Pond in action. Someone claimed JavaScript is the best language, and the Old Pond fired back with this haiku. Bridging vast web, JavaScript breathes life in you. Gentle waking code. I'd love to know what you think. Would you add any extra features to this bot? How would you make Twitter or X a kinder space? Drop your ideas in comments below. If you're watching this, YouTube stats says you're in the top 10% of my viewers, which means we share the same interests. As you can see, I just started this channel to bring more fun to you. I'd really appreciate any feedback. What do you like about my content and what don't you like? Maybe you want more deep dives into coding, maybe less, or even some interesting history facts. I want to build a community of free-spirited folks who are into technologies or development and even some fun projects. For us, development isn't just about making money, it's about turning ideas, even crazy one, into reality. So please let me know what you think. It really means a lot. And share with your tech-savvy friends. Subscribe and see you next time.